And hello everybody, and for those of you that are new to my channel, please note that the first 15 minutes or thereabouts will be a pre-live chat with those in the chat. So if you're not live and you don't want to listen to this bit, then please scroll forward 15 minutes and all very good, all very good. Hello everybody. Who have we got? We've got Pizzazz, we've got Mike, and we've got Sue, apparently, because Pizzazz is saying hello. Now, Mike, I'm on time. The tour was due to start at 6 o'clock, and I was pretty much 15 minutes bang on, so I think that's a result for me. And hello, Leslie. Hello, Robin. I have just remembered I haven't put my tip link up on YouTube. So much to do. Put things on calendars, put things on Facebook, YouTube, bananas. Hello, Fran, and of course, yes, Leslie, there are no tips. So that's marvellous, isn't it? What I suppose, we have got 15 minutes. You could talk amongst yourselves and I could see. Now, this is interesting, isn't it? If I do this, now the reason is, so the thing I spent money on doesn't actually work. So it's now not holding it up, so I can not poke around too much. So I'm going to just say to you, can you actually, if I do this, I need you to let me know if you can still see me. So I'm getting a picture-in-picture here, which is interesting. That's still a picture-in-picture, but I've turned upside down, so not sure if that's a thing or not. So I would say talk amongst yourselves. Unfortunately, I appear to be possibly upside down. The thing is, of course, the reason for this tour part is partly to raise money for Maidstone RSPCA. So let's see if we can do it. Maidstone RSPCA. Let's see. Right, that then is copying that. I'm going to go back into YouTube, into Prism, and see whether or not. Right then, so I look, oh dear me, you look normal. Can see in here, but it's wobbly. Yes, it will be. You are not on any you've posted in the chat, thanks. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if you can pin it. Right, so then what I'm going to do is go onto YouTube. No, I do not want to end the live stream. And there's a pop on there. And go to my channel. This isn't very exciting. Apologies, everybody. View channel. Go on to live. Go on to that. Oh, well, that's interesting. It's not letting me open my own. So that might have been pointless then, actually. This whole exercise appears to have been pointless because it won't actually let me post anything in the chat there. So let's try and see if we can do something else. Oh, there we are. And I can heart it. I can't seem to be able to pin it. There are limitations. What does frustrate me is wasting money on things that doesn't work. Oh, now, when I appear to have hearted it, everybody, is it absolutely massive for everybody? This is such fun. This isn't stressful at all. I'm guessing that's not really what we want to achieve, is it? And of course, the trouble is that there's such a delay in you replying to the question I asked that, let's see who I've missed. I've missed Sandy, Laurie, Unfortunately, I'm getting a yes, unable to. Right. So I'm still not sure what the answers are. Hello, Rosie. Hello, Carolyn. So could somebody let me know if when I made that text, the link won't work? Okay, so what I'm going to say is, rather than me get incredibly stressed about the fact that the link isn't there, that those of you that would like to tip the RSPCA can wait until the video has loaded or use the tip links that you've already got. Because otherwise we're going to spend the whole of the pre-link trying to do things that we can't. So let's move swiftly on. How is everybody? Yes, I removed it, Robin, because it was ruining the chat and the link doesn't work. So we're going to move on from that. How is everybody? Hi, Tricia. Hi, Tina. Sorry, as I say, hello, Sarah. I'm trying to pick up everybody I missed. Been a little bit stressful just getting to the tour. Peach decided to give me a deposit just before, and obviously I needed to deal with that toot sweet, and then I fell up the stairs. So splendid. I was carrying my phone and a glass of water, and of course the water didn't actually drop the glass, so that's a bonus. Did whack my elbow, not a bonus. Did spill water, little bit annoying. Hello, Tricia. I can't remember if I said hello to you already. So all in all, welcome to Sunday. Sunday the 18th of January. Can we believe? Isn't it meant to be, oh, you're itchy. Is that due to, yes, Tina, it's always the same normal PayPal. And this is why, Spanner, are you able to pin your message? Because everybody needs to write the note kittens. Otherwise, it's all going to go terribly wrong. Hello, Sharon. Sorry. So now what you're going to say is, again, everybody, if you say you can't actually see, sorry, not that you can't see, that it's a bit wobbly, that's because I've had to take you off the normal view, because I've realised that actually there's another risk in this, that people don't put the links in, and unfortunately the normal, yes, the normal, well, that's interesting. I've just actually think I may be able to do this. Oh, I've now opened up right, so that link isn't working. So okay, I'll tell you what, if I'm going to stop worrying about things and just try and do this, because then the sooner it's done, the sooner everyone will be happy. Right. Pin. Pin message. Wonderful. I think I have managed to do it. How is everybody? That wasn't awful at all. I am looking forward to the tour. What I think I need to do is write myself maybe a long list of things that need to be done for every tour. And then I could actually tick each of them off. The problem is, I've just realised, does it actually say put a reference to kittens, or have I just added the link? The link works, yes. So everybody that's always tipped me in the past, the link is always the same. I never ever change my PayPal link. It's just the reference. So unfortunately, technology does not like it. So let's scroll up. I'm going to have to redo it again because it doesn't actually say that. So. Oh, isn't that annoying? YouTube decided that I wanted to put kittens with an apostrophe. And of course I didn't want to do. Right, that link works. I've written down kittens. Replace pinned message. Close. Open. Right, I'm not doing any more. I'm going to break everything. Hello, Trista. Welcome to... thank you. Thank you. I mean, to be fair, what happens is if tips come through today, I can actually work out really. How is everybody? And who in the UK is watching the Traitors? And is Traitors also in the US? Is it in Canada? Or is it just a UK show? We should maybe do our own virtual Traitors. Thank you. Yes, I just saw 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Warning, warning. Just waiting for the answer to the Traitors. There's a US version. Is it very popular? I didn't watch Traitors until the celebrity version, and now I'm not sure why I didn't, because it's very addictive. The only bad thing about the Traitors is that there's only 3 episodes a week, so 12 episodes in total, 3 over 4 weeks, and I've just seen that Wendy doesn't care what happens. Oh, well, you have to have a favourite, don't you? I won't say who I'm supporting because I might jinx it. Oh, and a Canadian one too. Interesting. I do think that sometimes with the successful TV formats, they do go across the world. What I find, I was thinking about it and I decided I could not possibly be a traitor because it's incredibly stressful. And then on Friday they were crying because they'd been accused of being a traitor and they weren't a traitor. Goodness gracious. So no, if any one of you would be a traitor, I'd be interested, but my nerves would not work. Oh, your favourite. Who was your favourite, Claire? Right, I'm just going to keep an eye on the time because I'm feeling that we're almost nearly, and it's a long, the videos are equal an hour, so I do want to kick off pretty much straight away. I think that must be. Oh, Jessie, you liked her for the eye makeup. Oh yes, Gogglebox, that's a thing in the UK. Right, so welcome to a tour of, thank you, Mike, you've ruined it for me because I was going to say Chaz and Dave, and it's not, Cliff and Dave. Some beautiful kittens that we have, that we had in Maidstone RSPCA. As I said, I am going to quickly open up the video. Going to start with a 40-minute one. Tell me if you can hear.
Hello? That is fluff on your head. You have a cobweb on your head.
Now we are looking at Cliff, who is the black kitten. I have a weakness for black kittens. Thanks, Fran. Doesn't necessarily need the fluff that is showing up the fact that somewhere in this room in the cattery that there's obviously been some conglomeration of a cobweb or dust or whatever you like, but is that not literally... Now these two had actually come to the cattery 19 days before we see them now, although we don't see them, we just see Cliff. And really sad, they're only about 4 to 5 weeks old. They were picked up by the inspectors, and this for my regular lalas. Now we see Dave. Well, and interestingly, is that a cushion or is that a kitten? And I know you're all jealous of me now. So they're 4 to 5 weeks old, and they were picked up from Bluebell Hill, which of course we've been to Bluebell Hill, maybe 3 times now. The last time it was the ghosts of Bluebell Hill. She is very camouflage in there, isn't she? You literally could easily walk past. The thing is, of course, you have the delight of, oh, hello. And what we're looking at, you have the delight of the black fur and the white fur. So whatever you do, you will always be covered with cat fur that shows. He's like, sorry. Now, unfortunately, the reason why the video isn't as still as I would like it is because I'm crouching down under the table on my hands and knees. These toys are really clever. And do you like the way that actually I donated that toy to the cattery, and yeah, the tags are still on it. Beautiful blue eyes. Now, for those of you who are into cat breeds, I called them yin and yang, and actually he's not really white. He was actually described more as a fawn, and when you when he actually comes out to say hello, which he will, you will see he's not a pure white. And I suspect he's got something like ragdoll or something like that in him. They had indeed, been dumped. I saw a post actually from a cat rescue in the West Midlands, and they had been a bag of cats. So these 2 women had found an adult cat, seen an adult cat and a kitten. And when they went over the fence, and they said they found this bag, and the gate was locked, so they knew they'd been thrown. And the bag had a mum, or was it, or 5 kittens. It was just shocking. Unfortunately, the number of incidences of people dumping animals now is higher. The number of animal cruelty cases is higher. The number of animal neglect cases is higher. Which is why, unfortunately, the RSPCA, the main RSPCA, is now having to focus on those really serious cases, because the money only goes so far, and because people don't have lots of money, they're donating less. So it's a real catch-22 for animal rescue charities. Well, I would say charities full stop, to be honest. No, he's not deaf. And because of the breed, he's more likely to have the blue eyes. He is. Look at that lazy lump. Literally, bring the feather to me He will actually get out of his bed in a minute, I can assure you. We're not going to spend the whole tour while Dave just lies in his bed. And actually the reason he's called Dave is because he's been named after the chair of Maidstone RSPCA's husband, David, or Dave to his friends, who does huge amount for us and has spent a lifetime supporting the charity. And Cliff is Dave's brother. So there you are. A lovely little personal connection to these two. To be fair, could it be Siamese? It could be Siamese. I'm not great when it comes to... I deal with the rescue breed, so you probably know more than me. Two outside kitties in to join the family. Yes, that does need a lot of introductions with the resident cats. I mean, this is just purely, what cat would actually tolerate being bopped by a feather? And look, no paws. No. Just, I'm just going to lie here. And then we have, yep, still featuring that wonderful cobweb. So that entire time, that kitten has not thought to himself, oh, I've got something over my face. I'm fairly sure if I had a cobweb on my eyebrow, I would know. Thing is, I thought with Siamese are slightly more angular faces. He is, honestly. The thing is, of course, I think, thinking back, I had actually been playing with them beforehand. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah, no, they were both friendly kittens. It's a fashion statement. And I think he's just been fleed as well by the looks of the wet. Da, 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 da. Look at that. How can you not resist? Or how can you resist? I think I did a double negative then. Oh. So we can see that Dave's thinking, I'll bob my head. But I'm not sure now he's seen Cliff. I have one of these at home. Well, not like that. Mine doesn't have a head on it. What I would say is Madame Pesh does like it. Look. Finally, Dave thinks to himself, I might actually get up. And there you have the tail. Are they not such absolute cuties? And I struggle to understand how anybody could dump any animal. I like the fact that now they seem to be hunting in a pack. What's going on here? Well, Now I think that at this point Cliff is finding his brother slightly more interesting than the toy. Or indeed that which isn't a toy. That's a nice little mat. It's a play mat. Oh! It's their little feet. Oh! managed to get rid of the cobweb. I can't remember if I did it or he did. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, gonna. Oh, Oh, yes. No, definitely siblings. Because as we all know, of course, as I've told you so many times and you pay attention to my every word, that they could have different daddies. So how old are they here? So let me do a little bit of calculation. So obviously we don't know for sure, but they were picked up and they're about 4 to 5 weeks. And this is 19 days later. So maybe 3 weeks on, just for calculation's sake. So we're saying 7 to 8 weeks. Of course, the other trouble is when you don't know birth dates of kittens, they can be smaller because if they haven't been looked after properly, so you can think they're younger than they are. So Caesar, the Bengal, yes, did get a home. Very sadly, he is actually missing at the moment, which is very heartbreaking. And they both, he's got that kind of kitten frizz, hasn't he? Talking about Cliff. Just a bit of a smack there, nothing not too violent there, just a bit of a... Oh, big yawn, sorry. So do I, very much hope so. Don't know whether or not somebody's taken him in or what. They're having a little scratch just because obviously they've had their flea treatment. Oh! Oh! So ignoring the toy and just attacking the mat. And no doubt putting little teeny tiny holes in the mat. But black looks good on that mat. And can you see just on the chest there, just a little sprinkling of white hairs. Looks like he's got a little bit of lipstick on around his chops, but obviously he doesn't. Do kittens develop a hierarchy? Well, there will tend to be a more dominant one, yes. So of course, more for me, I took on the most dominant male of 9, and that was Mr. Apollo. That face is just look at that face. Oh, feather went right up your nose, didn't it? Got those little pincers out. Of course, if you have got these types of toys, it's really important that you don't leave them unattended, because then kittens can end up chewing things, swallowing things, or with the string toys, obviously getting them wrapped around their neck. Let's see what Dave's up to. Dave is eating. Nom 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 nom. Also quite therapeutic. Watching a little kitty and their little kitty mouth. They chomp away. Oh, that's quite tasty. As you can see, obviously, they are litter trained. See that colouring around his ears? Of course, if you have got white cats, the advice is if they go outside to put sun cream on their ears to stop them developing skin cancer. Unfortunately, you can get white cats getting cancer of the nose, cancer of the ears. So they'll start going on to solid food at about 4 weeks. So fortunately, when we got them, they were eating solid food. I have got a little picture. I'll try to remember to show you after this video, where they were when they first came in and they were eating. Sometimes what you'll do is to help them adjust between, obviously, milk. Is to add a little bit of milk into a wet food pate, mix it up, and sometimes they'll then, apart from making an absolute mess, it'll help them make the adjustment then once they're on wet food. Woohoo! And of course you shouldn't be feeding cats milk because they're lactose intolerant. That's my zip, sorry, I had a hot flush, took it down, put it up. Oh, the life. Just a little pudding, look at that. Voids, as we call them, black cats, you're staring into the void. And then we have Dave, the lazy bum. Trying to blend in like camouflage. And there's Cliff. What am I missing out on? Look at that face. Of course, got the coloration around the nose as well. Linda B will probably watch on catch up. It's a baby. Oh, that's off the hands and knees again. Oh. I think some of the things with the virtual tours is that by having them now on YouTube does mean that people think, oh, I'll watch them later, and it's always lovely to have people on live. I'm hoping Rolo will be watching, but oh yes, they have been rehomed. They have got a wonderful home. I've got large grounds. They certainly landed on their paws. And you can see from the shadow that I am actually moving something. It was very thoughtful, almost intelligent, that thought process. Ah, Rolo is watching. Good. I do like Rolo being on board. Yes, they were. We always try to rehome in pairs. So if we get a litter of 6, that's 3 pairs. If we get a litter of 5, that will be 2 pairs and a 1. And what we're then looking for is for the people who adopt that single kitten, either to already have another cat, or and rather, I mean, one of the first things is obviously when you're adopting a kitten is you need to make sure that you're going to be at home for a lot of the time, because it's not fair to leave them this young on their own. They get bored, they get themselves into mischief, or, you know, risk assessments. So the good thing is, obviously, with a lot of people working from home now, means that people who previously would have been going into the office and therefore couldn't really adopt a kitten, means their life's it's opened up to them. Of course, the thing is, kittens are gorgeous, but they are kittens for only a short period of time, and it's about making sure that people take on this kitten for the whole of its life, however long that will be. So as you know, my 2 that I adopted are now 3. And it's my job to look after them until they are however old they get to be. Oh, yeah. Cliff is now investigating. The problem that we have is that is our policy. However, what I find worrying is that now people aren't necessarily able to afford maybe more than one. Because if you think about it, it's not just the adoption cost. The adoption cost is actually a drop in the ocean. It's the cost of the pet insurance, it's the vet bills, it's the food, it's the flea treatment, worming treatment. And of course, you know, if you adopt from a rescue like ours, they will be neutered. They'll have their first vaccination. So depending on when you adopt, because obviously their vaccination comes in 2s at this young, so they have their first vaccination injection at 9 weeks, and then they have their booster at 12 weeks. So obviously we pay for the first one and the owner pays for the second. We pay a neutering voucher, so we provide a neutering, so they actually then go to the vet, our vets, and we pay to get them neutered. They come flead and wormed, so obviously they if you adopt from rescue, you don't have to worry about the cost of neutering, microchipping, because that's already included. Oh, look at that face. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get off me. Get off me. Get off me, I'm going to attack. Look, get off my paw. You do not. And of course, the cost of pet insurance when you get kittens is actually quite cheap. But say, for example, I was paying £159 a month, I think, on Baloo, because he was 16. And of course, so, you know, you have to think about costs increasing medical costs increasing. I think we're in the situation now where pets are a luxury. I'm very fortunate that with my voluntary work, I get time to spend playing with babies. And this particular baby is wondering why this strange woman is playing with his paw. Ah, hi Nat. Ooh. There is something, and for those of you that don't have cats, you may not understand what I'm talking about, but there is something quite nice about poking your finger in between their paw pads. As long as they like it, of course. Larry's 19. Larry, the Downing Street cat. Wow. 19 years old. That is very impressive, especially because he used to fight with, oh, that's annoying. It's not Lord Pemberton. I'll get there in a minute. The cat who used to live at, oh, I say, one of you will know what I'm talking about. I've got a mug with his face on as well. And look at this. This is the sign. Not always. Oh, I think I distracted him actually, so you might not get to see it. Sign of a cat that's been taken away from his mummy too soon. He was just about to and then we have a chewer suckle the cushion. He's a chewer. See, that's a very nice cardboard box. Even not a cardboard board. That's just silly. Oh yeah. Oh oh. Oh, there's only certain cats you can play with toe beans. Apollo is quite happy for his toe beans to be touched. No, Palmerston, Lord Palmerston, that was it. In the end, he retired. He got older, and look at those. Look, see, this is why things get ruined, because kittens have no manners. What you're looking at is a stack of carriers, because what we do is we get donated them and then we can sell them to people for a much reduced price if they're going to be adopting. So it's win-win. Oh, one of mine still suckles. He was dribbling on me quite handsomely this morning. So I was just looking at my notes, yes. Actually, sorry, they came into the cattery on the 1st of August. So they went via the vets and then came to us, and so their date of birth was the end of June, because we are not looking at kittens that I even filmed recently, because I did my recording of these two, absolutely loved them, saved them to my computer, and then I forgot. and we did mush up their food when they first came in. So now we've got Cliff thinking about going in the bed. On 3rd of February 2025, it was reported that Palmerston came out of retirement to take up a role in Bermuda as feline relations consultant to the new governor of Bermuda, Andrew Murdoch, who has owned Palmerston since his retirement. That's interesting. Would they fly the cat out to... You wouldn't fly an older cat out to Bermuda, surely. And there we've got a bit of brotherly love coming up. Well, as we sit here, we have Peach in her little igloo bed. And the funny thing is, it's very difficult to see that she's actually sorry, I keep calling her a she. It's because he is so pretty. And he now is, yes, deciding to chomp on his brother. Good old bunny kicks. Oh, that was me doing something. Made myself jump, no doubt. Made them jump. Ooh, can you imagine that on your ear? You've got to feel those little kitty teeth on your ear. And then lick you on the nose to make up for it, then kick you in the head. Yes, handsome. Look at that. Just let me lie here. Is that a woman again? What's she doing? She's obsessed with my paws. Oh, what is that? What is this? Oh, 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 look. You can just see the shape of that little kitten belly as well. Oh, look, I say. I've gone in for the tum. I couldn't resist. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. And I haven't been savaged. Not every kitten will let you in on their belly. Of course, this is really good socialisation. I mean, I'm sitting very ungainly. I do apologise. Oh. Well, of course, whatever he is, at the end of the day, he's not a full breed. He's just a sleepy cat. Maybe that's the breed he is. And of course, now you're looking. How many kittens? How many kittens are in this bed? I can't remember if he's suckling on his brother or suckling on the cushion. Cushion. Can you see? It was incredibly difficult to film this. Literally almost in that bed with them. Dave's fallen asleep. I mean, how? Just, yeah. Fallen asleep, lying on his back. Paws up. You can see again the colouring on those paws. Got a friend who's allergic to cats as well. I was speaking to somebody today, she's in her 90s, a friend of mine, and she was saying how when she was younger she could fall asleep anywhere. And now unfortunately she struggles to sleep as she's older, and it is strange. But yes, cats, kittens seem to be awake 1 minute, sleep the next. What I'm going to show you when this finishes, I'm going to show you a picture of them when I first met them, which was on the 9th of August. And then we've got another 20 minutes of these beans. Developed an allergy, throat and eyes and sinuses, crazy itchy. Well, it does depend. I am allergic to some cats, not all cats. There he is. I'm actually quite allergic to Odessa. So if I stroke her and rub my eyes, I will end up with my eyes bulging red. It's not attractive. And it doesn't necessarily mean just because, oh, there we are. Right, let me quickly, whoops, let me quickly turn that off. No, I didn't want to do that, did I? No, I didn't. I wanted to show you this. This is when I first met them. Look at that little face. Is that not just dreamy? And we'll turn that off, and we've got, what I did was I let them sleep, and then I went back to it. And this is the photo that I shared on Facebook. Hi Joy, so the link to tip should be pinned at the top of the chat. I will share my looks like I nearly I move it. I did wonder, I thought it looks like I've fallen over. Look at that. He's out of his own volition, nearly. So thank you to everybody who is liking the video and has sent a tip. All of your tips from today's tour will be donated to Maidstone RSPCA. Actually, formally it's called Tunbridge Wells and Maidstone and RSPCA. We do cover the two towns, and it will be used to either feed cats, medical care for cats, and there you are. So those of you who on the question in Facebook said 2, now I do know we have at least one winner, because I do know that Rolo got it right. You were correct, there was indeed 2, although the camouflage of Cliff was very good. And we've got Cliff eating away there. Oh, well done, Pizzazz. Now they are in here just purely for the tour. They were brought in. Unfortunately, we are finding that there is no end to kitten season now. So last year, I told somebody December, I think I said to them, or November, that we don't get kittens over the winter, and of course then we did, and we've currently got kittens in. Look at that little face. Almost almondy shaped eyes. How old are they now? At this point in time, they were date of birth the end of June. So you're looking at, they'll be 6 months. Oh, they've only just been neutered, I think. I remember, I'm sure Kate said they've just been neutered. So they'll be, yeah, much bigger. Fairly sure that Dave will be quite a mischievous little lad. Because that face may look innocent. But I'm betting that this pair... Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh. Exactly. Of course, look at that face. How could possibly be naughty? Absolutely not. The thing is about these is the one that I've got, obviously in order to get the balls in, they couldn't be quite so, you know, really tight to get the balls in. But does mean that if you're very active with it, the balls can ping out. So there was a time where you'd be finding the balls where they ping them across the house, then pop them back in. But I think the more that you pop them back in, they get a bit loose, and therefore they're easier to ping out. And then you but chasing them. But I would say that Peach and Apollo have really outgrown that kitten stage, and Peach does like to play. I found a little mouse with a little squeaky thing at the end that was in my bedroom on the side, so I thought I'll take it downstairs and throw it to her. So she then promptly got it, took it into the kitchen. I was like, well, actually, I don't particularly want it in the kitchen, but never mind, left her to it. She brought it in the lounge, and I thought I was training her. I thought that we were getting somewhere. I thought I could train her to be a retriever. So I tried to associate the word toy, and I threw it, and she brought it back. Oh, well done, Peach. You're such a clever girl. And I threw it again. She brought it back halfway and dropped it. She did that twice more. So I'm not entirely sure that I've actually trained her at all. She may have just trained me. Then I went for a shower to wash my hair, so I looked wonderful for you guys. And when I came out in the bedroom, there it was. So it's now made its all the way down that I took it from the bedroom, because if I forget, she'll wake me up in the middle of the night playing with it. So she's brought it back into the bedroom. I'm fairly sure if I spent a lot of time with treats and giving her attention, she would learn how to bring it back. However, then I thought, am I setting myself up? Because then she'll just demand that I'm always sitting there throwing her toy. So I'm not sure I'm going to continue with the training, because I do have a feeling it might backfire. Look, he's in jail. Oh no, he's popped his head back. Oh, distracted. Oh, distracted again. Oh, if Daisy's a retriever and doesn't actually retrieve, then, well, I mean, I could say, well, actually, she's a cat. And Tina's cats are already throwing, not throwing, they're not throwing their own toys, they're bringing her toys. I think it is repeated behaviour, and they learn from watching other cats, of course. Look at that stride. There's a kitten on a mission. Wonderful picture of Apollo sat in with the fire fire extinguisher. I think it does depend when you actually are filming them. Oh, roller plays fetch. Splendid. Ah, Sarah and Carolyn both said too. Well done. Well done, guys. It's actually great exercise for them as well. And bonding experience with the owner. So yeah, it does depend when you actually, if they've just woken up, or maybe if they're a bit tired. And of course, some kittens are just naturally more active. Some kittens we have are absolutely nuts. And I have got a video for you of Strudel that I spoke to you about, and she's so active. And it makes it incredibly hard to video because you're moving all over the place. I don't know why. Why would you just walk into the toilet and not use it? And of course these scrinkle toys, crinkle toys, scrunchy toys. That's a new word, a scrinkle. Apollo used to like these. But then he'd get annoyed if Peach wanted to play with it. He didn't like to share. These two are obviously very bonded kittens. And sometimes we have been successful in rehoming 3 together. Someone I knew from work took on 3 a few years ago. But that is fewer and further between. It is a lot. I mean, 2 kittens do create a lot of carnage, so you can imagine 3, as well as the expense. This is me trying to gather their attention because they have now left me and I'm filming absolutely nothing. And of course that means then I have to get up again. You can almost hear my bones creaking as I do so. Desperation setting in. Come, kittens, come. Don't make me come and get you. Oh, didn't work. And then, of course, you're like, well, where are they? Where exactly have they decided to hide to cause as much chaos as possible? Because I'd moved these. I'd moved all of the carriers out so you had a better line of sight. And then, of course, now they've managed to get themselves in the smallest of gaps. There's a Dave. And yeah, and gone. Yes, that's helpful. Do they know their names? No. I'm not even sure if cats know their names, whether or not they know the tone. I think if I called Peach Beach, I dare say that she would respond to it just as well. I think sometimes it's all in the tone. So we do get people saying, you know, can we change their names? Absolutely, if you're adopting that cat. Kittens, funny enough, if they are running around upstairs, they do sometimes sound like a herd of elephants. And which is so strange when you think the size of them, but I think it's the speed, the velocity of them launching through the air and landing. That's an old pull on the heartstrings look, isn't it? Look at that. Just created myself a little fortress of cat carriers. Dave's now decided that he will make an effort. Oh. And of course you have to think as well as we have no idea what these kittens went through in their formative weeks. And he's back to chewing the cardboard box. Oh, yeah, lovely. Oh, oh, lovely. Oh, oh, I can help you chew that. Right. Are they able to get in the box? If they get in the box, can they get out of the box? Oh, oh, no. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Oh. Determination going on here. Right, right. Oh, look at that. This is when the box flips backwards. 20 years old, very good. Oh, that's a good age. Never long enough. So now I've got 2 kittens in a box. I could box them up and post them to you. And of course, in just a few days, what they struggle with doing, they'll just be able to jump in. I remember trying to stop Peach and Apollo going down the stairs, and I had a bit of cardboard, and of course, as they get older, they can easily get round things. Where there's a will, there's a way. To the Netherlands, well, postage wouldn't be too bad. There's not really a lot of effort being put in, is there? Which orange kittens, Joy? Unfortunately, of course, our job is to rehome kittens, so when they've gone, sometimes we never hear about them again. Owners look after them, and to be fair, sometimes it's nice because you can then just imagine they're still living happily. And sometimes we get lovely photos of letting us know how the cats are getting on. I have a dreadful memory, so to be honest, I only remember a few kittens or cats each year. The ones that really stand out. Oh, look at that achievement. Dave, such a clever boy. Yeah, I think I remember the ones you mean. A few ginger ones. Of course, we call them ginger in the UK. I think you call them orange and marmalade across the pond. Oops. Now you're like, well, can he get out? Is he stuck? Is he going to sleep? Can you? I can't see it on my screen. I can't see it on my screen. I don't know why it came out like that. Just see the tip of my hair. How? How? It can't have been the tip of my hair. Oh, you mean when I was doing it? Oh, I don't know what you mean, Rosie. You've confused me. There we are. There we are. Now he's doing typical kitten behaviour. Well, except for kicking himself in the face. That's just a little bit weird, but let's move on from that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Savage beast. This is how wildcats are trained. You can see the top of my head as well. Oh, that's really weird. It's showing as being absolutely tickety-boo in. I don't understand. It's in the background occasionally because the video is showing in front of my face. Yes, but my face, so the video should be maximised to the entire screen because that's how it's showing on my phone. So there should be no part of my head at any point. No point of my head. My hair, my head, my nose, my mouth, my eyes, none of them should be there. Right, we are coming up to the end of the video, guys, just to make you aware. Thank you very much to everybody who's made a donation to the cattery by sending me a tip on PayPal. And yes, that's how the video ended. I could not have done it better myself. Oh, 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 oh. I must stop doing this because I know that what some of you will be doing is taking a ridiculous photo of me being ridiculous. So, thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. And I've no idea what I'm going to do next Sunday. I was thinking perhaps, because the weather's so dreary, that we might watch the video I took when I was in Croatia, when I walked up to the monastery and didn't get all the way because, quite frankly, it was too jolly high. But there are some magnificent views. So I thought perhaps we could do that. Will depend on whether or not I absolutely have sent in my tax return. Because I haven't finished, of course I haven't. So, there you are. Lots of love. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you for your support, and I shall see you very soon. Take care. Bye. My hair is growing. Yes, needs chopping off.